to do this like in the intro. It's just weird, like awkward thing, and it just doesn't work out. So this time it maybe kind of almost did.
The funny thing is I can always see the delay on YouTube, so I just see you going.
That's right.
That's okay. I don't even know if we need to do like a formal introduction anymore. Like my introductions are so good for so many episodes. I actually don't even know what episode we're on. I don't keep track anymore.
Yeah, I don't think anybody else cares either. This is episode 173.
Yeah, we've been here every week for a long time. It's pretty insane. It's pretty legit. Yeah. But fun kind of episode if you have some comments about it. I'm sure Mark Tanner, here for the screenshots, all good. And so we are doing Would You Rather. Did you ever play Would You Rather? Would You Rather was kind of a middle school game, isn't
it? It was, but Would You Rather Window Cleaner Edition, it's kind of exciting to me.
It is kind of exciting. One of the first ones that, and this came from, not gonna lie, ChatGPT, because ChatGPT you should be using. Well, let's talk about AI for a second, because
by the way, this is like 3 minutes since you told me it was taking over the world and was gonna, it knew everything about you.
If it takes over the world, we can't do anything about it. We're all freaking screwed. Yeah. So like, if it does, it does. But I've heard that there's some things that are being done to try to minimize it and try to slow it down.
Like what?
I have no freaking clue. I have no idea.
I don't know what I heard.
I've only heard this from people in like the tech world that like deal with it a lot. My brother, he's super worried about it because right now he, builds websites and stuff, and you can technically take code and you can put it into ChatGPT, and you can be like hundreds and hundreds of lines of code, and you'd be like, okay, what line of code in here is not correct? And it freaking in seconds tells you. Where someone could be sitting there the whole entire week scanning all this code and find it after that long. So that's what's scary about it.
Here's what's scary about it, if you think about this, is they're talking about putting nuclear power in to power them. Well, there's not a way to really turn off nuclear power the same way. Once those things are on, they're kind of just on with like pretty much unlimited power forever. And now AI will be connected to that. So
it's a little scary.
Be nice to AI and start buying guns.
This was the first question I had was, would you rather clean 100 French panes or 10 skylights on a 100 to 10 degree roof?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Skylights, 1,000%.
Skylights?
I would sweat for the 30 minutes or whatever that took. Then all the French windows. My knuckles would still hurt now.
Hey, most people would just say water-fed pole, you'd be all good.
Yeah, that's true.
100 French panes outside versus 100 French panes inside. Easy peasy. Yeah. Easy peasy to know what you want to do there. But we have tons of the questions if you guys can't come up with some in the chat too.
If anybody has any good would you rathers, I would love to hear them. Because the people who watch this show are very, very smart.
Would you rather drive a tan Lamborghini? Yes, I would love to drive a Lamborghini, but not a tan one. I would drive a neon green, just piss off everybody on the road. That's what I would do.
Would you rather have the Lester brothers clean your windows or SteveO?
For sure.
Man, I would rather have SteveO clean them just so I didn't have to hear them talk.
But think about it, they would show up in the Lamborghini, ladder rack on top, poles sticking out of the back window.
It's a beige Lamborghini. It's like a custom paint job to make it more boring. Like,
do you think they actually bought that?
No.
They probably
rented it. No one would choose that color. If you had the money to finally buy a Lamborghini, you're not buying beige. Like, excuse me, sir. I would like one the color of cardboard, please. They're not doing that.
A split pea suit, please.
Yeah.
Have you ever rented an exotic car?
No, but I've almost rented one quite a few times.
I had a friend in high school where for his, I think it was his 18th birthday, his dad rented him a Dodge Viper. Freaking kid had it for 2 days, crashed it, hit a tree, damage, took off the whole wheel, damaged like the whole entire side of it. It was like 12 grand of fixing. But like at 18 years old, renting your son a Dodge Viper. And he had this, Miss Teen girlfriend who's just trying to show off, freaking crashed it. I've never done that. I would never do it because I'd be so afraid I would crash it. I would definitely crash it.
Speaking of accidents, now that you've said that, my daughter's been in 2 accidents now in 2 days.
That's so crazy.
They're like
Same
little
car.
ones apparently, but
Same car.
no, that one car is
Oh,
like out of commission. All the airbags are off, so it's sitting in our driveway. She was with her boyfriend, who then got in an accident, but then I didn't hear about it because they didn't call me first. So yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
I told Josh. I said, we could do this. We could not do this, but
And I said, there's no way. There's
there's
too
no
many
way.
people. I mean, the Mike Nichols of this world are looking forward to this
I
show. I
know.
wouldn't do
I
that to
know.
him.
He's a good guy. ChatGPT is making great window cleaning logos. This is a fact. I mean, you can take your logo and you could say, make it Halloween theme. Boom, make it Halloween theme. Simple, easy.
I've seen a lot of that stuff popping up, but by the time you see it all over, it's like, oh, this is a trend. I don't want to do it. But it was really cool. It was like those little, like, where you could turn people into little, like, action figures. It was so great until everybody did that.
Yeah, that's the thing. But now, like, man, you could put a logo idea in there and put a prompt. Like last time we were talking about Sora, the app, and that thing is just horrendous. Like it makes videos absolutely horrible, but it's so hilarious how bad they are that I have to. Dude, people got really mad at me for the last one. Not like super mad, but there are people that like, you suck at this. You need to choose something else to do. And it's like, yeah, it's AI. Like
it's great. I love
tell you
just screenshotting your like weird face that it makes in the halfway through and then sending it to you. No text needed.
It is the worst. Cody Smith asked, Jersey, may I ask how old you and Steve are? How old am I and how old are you?
Yeah, Steve is now finally 51. He just had his birthday a couple months ago. And I am 32.
Nice. Yeah, so that's legitly true. Yeah. Let's see here. Mike Nichols, long fight sitting next to Phil or Jello. Oh, man. Long flight. That is a good one.
Oh, that's a terrible one.
Dude. Oh, man.
Is there an option to bring the plane down? Can I do that?
Is maybe they're canceling.
Box cutters? I don't know, but Steve just disappeared. He'll be back in a second, but that's a really, really, really good one. If anybody else is watching, by the way, and you have a really good idea, please do comments because I would love to see that. But with the Jello or Phil one, man. By the way, if you guys have answers to these things, put them in there. But I don't even want to say. I would rather be by Phil than Jello because I just couldn't do Jello. I don't know.
I don't know what happened. I have no freaking clue. It just went out. I don't know.
Gotta pay your bills, Steve.
I mentioned the government shutdown and it just went off.
That's right. You were like, AI is so terrible. I love AI. AI is so great.
Dude, it's the best, man. It is the best. It just takes care of so many things. You can do so much with it. You can literally.
I want to know who you want, though, Phil or Jello.
Jello. I want to learn so much about Jello.
Oh.
So much. Yep. Phil, I have gotten my feeling of like over the years. Let's see. He started commenting on my channel back in maybe 2014, and he would just spam it. And that was before I ever knew who he was. And then the first time I ever met him was at the first ever convention I went to in Atlanta. And he was just sitting there on a chair. I had no clue who he was. We started talking, and then he said his name was Phil. And then I put two together. And I looked at him, I was like, you are the guy spamming my comments from so many different accounts on YouTube. You should just put the simple website on every single thing. And typically YouTube flags it. And you have to go in and approve it. So every once in a while, I'll go in and look at all these comments once every 6 months. It was just all Phil everywhere.
When you say he was sitting on a chair, was he also sitting on phone books on top of the chair?
He was not. No, he was. Yeah, I think he was partially asleep.
It was that's too. The greatest Phil I've ever done was we were setting up a booth, and I turn around and I hear everybody's kind of like laughing and taking pictures and stuff. And I turn around and someone is pulling Phil, who's like 107 years old, in a wagon around waving at people. It still breaks my brain to this day where I just don't get what was going on. But
yep. That was last convention, not this past, but like the last one before where Chris was there.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Interesting,
dude. So this is actually an interesting question. Just going back to like tools, Victor Garul, is it me or has Unger Green rubber gotten bad? Yes, this is true. This is true. I talked about this in, I think, 2022, 2023. I actually went to Unger and said this to them. And I said the blend is different than what it was when it originally came out in like 2020 when they first released it. And it's just sticky on the glass. You can always go with tried and true Ettore.
I had somebody tell me today that Glass Gleam 3 changed.
I doubt that.
Yeah.
Titan's pretty consistent.
They could change it whatever they want, but they don't have to tell us about it. But I think you'd hear something if they like changed it.
You know what sucks is when somebody asks a question about what their squeegee is doing, because it's almost impossible to fix anything over like a phone call or any of that. Like you have to see a video. So Anders asks, why do I get a turning mark in the top right corner?
That's because you're not closing it enough. You're leaving it too open, and like a snowplow, it's pushing the water to the dry.
Now, do you know what he means by that? Like a turning mark? Are you talking about like when you stop?
He's turning and keeping he's keeping it open too much, and it's pushing the water up the top. You just have to close your squeegee and take a bite like that, and it will push it into the wet instead of the dry.
Oh my gosh, look at this guy. So good. That is great. You know, actually, one of the things I was going to make a video on here soon, but I don't think I ever will, is I think everyone should have a wagtail. As much as you don't love wagtail. Wagtail, if I remember back correctly, this was maybe back in like 2012, I was using one on a storefront, and I was still kind of learning my finesse of like fanning. And the path that it goes on is actually very consistent, that if you're not.
All right, what would you rather, have a wagtail or have gout? I'll take gout, please.
Take gout for 1,000. I do not like gout. Gout is horrible. I get gout sometimes when I drink. That's not a good thing. That's a problem.
I have it in my middle finger from bowling.
Wow. How often did you used to bowl?
I bowl now every Wednesday.
No, you don't.
Because I wanted something to do. I forgot you're like a bowler.
I used to be a bowler. I went way too hard into it and got addicted, and I had to get myself out.
Dude, the guys that we play with, the guys like, oh, lanes are different, man. Like, my Tuesday night league is in another state or city, and I'm like, whoa, dude.
Dude, are you spinning or are you straight ball? You're straight ball.
I won't even tell you my average because I want to continue being friends with you, or at least acquaintances.
Nope.
Once you find out how poorly I bowl, we will never talk again.
Nope, we won't continue this conversation until I hear your average. Because if you're a handicap and you're really low, then actually you're helping your team.
Yes, except for that dang handicap is pretty spot on. We'll be beating, our team is really bad. Our team will be beating, one week we were beating the team that we were playing against by 363 pins.
Oh, wow.
Before we started, and they still won.
Oh,
they still beat us by like
363 pins is your handicap?
One of our ladies on our team, her handicap's 153.
That's ridiculous. I
don't
think you guys should be there.
It's great. She throws like a 1.5 pound ball, and it just hits the pins and kind of falls over.
The thing with bowling, though, is that you could feel really good about bowling, and then you could go to a different
I could never feel good about bowling. I'm just that bad.
You need to get a ball that you actually spin, because once you learn how to do that, it makes it so much more fun, and it's actually way easier.
A plastic ball that doesn't spin, so I can't go and buy another ball. This ball was dozens of dollars, Steve. I don't have that. Go buy multiple balls.
At a garage sale.
Yeah, well, no, this was a new one. But I was talking to the guy at the thing who ended up being on our league. He's like, you spin it? I'm like, no. He's like, plastic ball. All right. I was like, okay, cool. I don't know what that means, but let's do it.
Dude, get a good one, man. It is amazing. Cody Smith has a question. He says, I know who Jello is. No idea who Phil is. Would you have a short description of who Phil is in the nicest way possible?
A short description? I do. He is a guy who owns a company who makes poles. Very, very sweet guy, old Unky Phil, except he doesn't turn it off ever. So you'd be like, oh man, it is a beautiful day. He'd be like, beautiful day to you, Simpo. Like he just kind of puts it out there and doesn't just, he's got zero chill. And that would be why Jello and him would be fun. Because Jello, I think, is actually going to be normal. Sort of, maybe.
I bet he's so normal.
Maybe. So normal. That dopey look he's got, though, some of that's got to be real.
Well, his look is real. But I think the guy is actually probably someone. He has a lot of Google reviews. Like, more Google reviews than most people that are talking shit about him.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I think he's got to be real. He's not. He's got that dopey look that I won't even mention this guy's name. But there's another weird turnip head guy that looks like a cartoon character that does that. That's how he looks all the time.
Is this a guy in pro?
No, he's not in pro anymore. He was kicked out of there. He's like is like in some commercial online now for some other company. He's just such a dope. He's such a dumb guy who does this all the time with his hands. You know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to say his name. It's a 3-letter word.
I don't know why this is not coming to me.
Starts with a B.
Private message me it real quick.
I was just going to do that.
Squeegee Life is now gayer. Having watched this, I believe you. Let's see here. What else? We have, would you rather clean a chandelier or a whole house with French windows? Oh, I'd clean a whole house with French windows. I would never clean a chandelier. I freaking hate it. I would never take that on.
And all of it makes my hands hurt. Like the little stuff, you know, like the cleaning the. Man, I've been in so many houses that have never gotten their chandeliers cleaned, and you realize that like there's nooks and crannies in everything, and you're like I'm really gonna have to hit this thing hard.
I see who you're talking about.
And I would like to say for TJ, since he's here, am I now gayer having watched this? I didn't know there would be a gayer level. So if he is, that's fantastic. Mark Tanner's going to love it.
So take some screenshots. Man, what do you think? Because I don't think we could talk about this last time that we were on here, was the new Mormon handle.
Yeah.
Was that, we couldn't talk about that last time, and that came out in between our two shows.
I think it was getting launched, but we didn't talk about it. We were talking about the thing that we couldn't talk about that somebody else brought up. So it is now live, though. And we sold, fun fact, 198 of them in the first day.
Wow. And I mean, they've been selling every day. But if you've tried one and you're in the comments, let us know what you think about it. I think it's great. I always found that Sorbo channels kind of stuck for me on glass, and I went out and I just like tried every single channel just like by myself. It was really weird, and and man, it glided super nice. I was even watching your video, and I think you were even saying that as far as the glide was really good.
It's an 18. Like I would tell people don't use an 18, but I was like, I want to use this one because it's like that blue anodized. This will look cool.
Yeah.
Slid great. I now tell me this though. You know this because I don't have one in front of me. But does the regular accelerator handle have like rubber in there to hold it from sliding around? Okay.
No, not at all. And I think after they showed that in there, I think they should do it. But I bet you they don't, because they're not trying to sell that handle to work with like other channels like, you know, the wide body. They're making that to work with like liquidator channel. And I understand that. Yeah. I think it'd be really cool if they made another one, but that'd be totally against like what they're trying to do as a brand.
All they have to do is create it and make it come out with 2 plates, one with teeth and one without.
Yeah. It'd probably be pretty simple to do. Or they could just make, like they used to have a Mormon brass channel, but that went away recently.
It was just the same as everything else. So it's kind of like, we don't need another brass channel, you know?
Did we talk about sealer last time?
No.
So that's a big topic. Has that come up in conversation for you as far as guys calling in and being like, dude, what is this new thing with people talking about applying a sealer to glass every quarter when they clean the windows, and it keeps the client's windows really clean?
I've had, by the way, somebody just texted me a Phil meme, and it was, it's the one where there's all those urinals, and one guy's peeing on the very far side, and then the guy walks past all the urinals and then goes right next to the other guy. He's like, hey, can I tell you about my product? That's great.
Can I tell you about my pole?
Yeah. No, I actually had 2 people now in the past like week say that. One guy started off, he's like, hey, so I know everybody's sealing windows, but like, what are they? And I said, no one is sealing windows. What? No, I'm pretty sure like it's really common. I said, it's really not. I don't know who you're watching, but no, like you don't seal it. We're doing the windows every 6 months. Why would you seal it?
Yeah. I did a video just to show like what it did. People freaked out about that one too, but I don't get it. Somehow people are using it as a sales pitch. And to me, it takes forever to apply it. And I don't know why you would want to do it. No, yeah, and you could take like in my video, man. I messed up on my window. I put so much of it. I can't even get it off of steel wool.
Yeah.
I went over it 5 to 6 times because the guy was like, "Hey, could you reverse it and show how to take it off?" And then I sat there for like 30 minutes, just scrubbed the shit out of it, scraped it.
No, I
Used
can't.
I'm so shocked, but I
It's a
could not.
coating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
done. It's on there, and that's the way it's going to be for years. So it does last for a long time.
Here's the other thing is, and I'm going to put this out there. If anybody in here is, by the way, ambidextrous #1, Victor is #2. Victor, you're here all the time. I can't believe that. And then there's no #3. If you guys are commenting, make sure to comment a ton so you become #1. And TJ, I think, left already, but maybe he's here still. Anyway, people, I think it's the window cleaner's fault for not educating people. Because if you think that Rain-X, because the people are like, well, they want it so the rain doesn't dirty their windows. Then you were dumb and you didn't tell them that rain doesn't dirty windows. You didn't explain it to them. And then you also are not getting them as a repeat customer in a frequency that makes any type of sense. So that again is yours. I talk about the dentist clothes all the time. I know, beating a dead horse, but like if you're like, oh, just do this, I'll charge you 3 times more, and then clean your windows again in like 3 years. It's still gonna suck. You can't water feed it after 3 years. It's not gonna really do anything because even with coatings, windows can still collect dirt. You understand? It's not rain that dirties them. It's dirt that's dry sticking to glass. Like it just none of it makes sense. It's all just ignorance, I think. But
they're selling it as that they're putting on the coating quarterly. Then you actually don't know what you're talking about. And I told everybody, I'm like,
going to be after that.
Yeah,
just keep putting coatings on it.
Yeah, exactly. I've said to everyone, it's like that's just scam. Like it doesn't mean anything. Because I've had tons of calls of people being like, so what do I do to combat this? Because they're actually taking my jabs. And I was like, dude, you just tell them like,
my jabs.
Yeah, I was like, you do not need that. If anything, you just want to sell them. If they want their windows clean, you just sell them on quarterly. And quarterly, you can go back and hit with the water fed pole all the time, and it will be so fast. I used to have a monthly that was I want to say like an 8,000 square foot home, water fed pole every time. You could get through it in an hour and a half. You didn't have to clean frames. You didn't have to do it. It was just fast. It was the best. I mean, that's the best way to take care of it.
Yeah. I absolutely agree. I think that every customer, just again, I don't want to get too into businessy. This is supposed to be lighthearted, but think about this. If you have every single customer that you have, everybody watching, every single customer that you have gets their windows done every 6 months, that's a company. These guys that are like, I had somebody say this one time that was like, well, I don't bug them. If they're going to come back to me, they're going to come. That's like not how you run a company ever. That's the absolute worst way. And are you doing good? Yes. But could you be doing great? Yes. Like it's just, but here's the other thing too, is all these content people, that's the problem why everybody thought that all of a sudden now door knocking was something to do. Everybody's like, oh, everybody door knocks. I had somebody say the Lester brothers, one of them, I forget whatever their dumb names were, but said that they were the most influential window cleaners in the industry. I'm like, you've never seen them clean a window. Yeah. They're the most influential, like pushy salesmen. Anyway, it's content. Yeah, it's very hard for people to separate content from. That's why there's so many like, what are they called? Influencers that like, I'm wearing this new Xero hoodie, and then everybody goes and buys it. They forget.
Exactly. Yeah, but like Mark Tanner said, like if you guys are listening to anybody about this, Mark Tanner wrote, Rain-X is nothing more than a high grade of silicone oil and alcohol, lifespan of a few days. Nanovations 1010 is the only coating that lasts 5+ years. However, it doesn't replace maintenance. Like the windows still get dirty. I put this on one of my windows at my old house, and I just watched, like, just to see how it would do. And I did half of the window just to see how it would, roll off of it and everything. Still got dirty, but the nice thing was like I could just like clean over it. But there's really no point to it other than if I was going to be doing like shower doors or going to do windows that get a ton of hard water on them. I just don't know. Yeah. Mark, we can definitely help you become an influencer. It's super
is
easy.
An influencer.
Yeah, you pretty much these days you just put a camera on your head and you just make random fucking videos. It's all the time.
Yeah,
that's all you do.
That's it. You live, and then you're a floozy for the people.
Yep, exactly. You ever remember like? Did you ever used to watch Dave Chappelle back in the day?
Yes.
Do you remember like why Dave Chappelle left? Do you ever remember this?
I heard him start explaining it again, but like. I know why, but yeah.
It all correlates back to like people started taking like what he was saying, like too serious and like
Yeah.
implementing it in their life, even though he was joking. And that's almost the same thing that we see out of any of these. Like I've even seen it in my stuff that people try to take it like too serious and take everything that you say and apply it to there. And I'm always like, dude, get it from like everybody. Like
Yeah.
there's great information out there, but there's a lot of people that are just sharing crap information. And then there's people that have actually done it that you can like research and find that they've like done it. Like when you look at someone like Chris and Alex, like those are two guys, they don't share a lot anymore because of like where they're at and how busy they are. But you read like Blueprint or something like that, from Chris, and it's like, that's good shit. There's a lot of stuff out there. It's just not.
Well, it's also that's what worked for them. Like you live in Colorado, I live in North Carolina. What works for you may be slightly different than works for me. Everybody's, this is the same with gear. Everybody's looking for that one thing, like, tell me what the best blah, blah, blah. And it's like, the best does not exist. The best is like for your situation in your hand. I can't tell what hand, what feels like in your hand. I don't, it's too much.
Yeah. Victor Garul asks, when you water fed windows, do you always clean the frames and sills? Yes.
1,000%
yeah. I was just mentioning like 5 minutes ago, I used to have a job where I did it monthly. I didn't have to clean the frames just because it was very easy to run the brush on them. Like I didn't have to worry about it. It wasn't going to drip down. There wasn't enough dirt ever to do it. But if I was doing a job, I mean, even at 6 months, I mean, maybe if the home was getting like tons of cobwebs and stuff, would I need to? But that wasn't always. But if I was having frames that have any oxidation runoff or anything like that, I mean, I always had to do it. There was not a way around it. To me, if you're not somehow, like every time you rinse, how is it possible that water would not hit the frame and get some sort of dirty water that would come back on the window?
Right. Well, that's the big thing. That's more what it is. It's not that I want to leave the house with sparkling fresh frames. It's that when I go to rinse, I'm going to bring water back, and then I go, oh, it left spots. What was your TDS? It was under 10? Then it didn't come from the system. It came from somewhere else. And now you missed like a 5-second job to then have to redo a job, entire thing. So.
Yep, exactly. I had a guy I used to work with, man, and the dude was, I've talked about him before, and he was the first one who showed me water fed, and the guy was horrible at water fed, just horrible, man. He would just glide across the top of the window one time after brushing it and just angle the brush so he doesn't have to take it off the glass, and just one rinse, move on to the next window. We got callbacks on every single job.
Water fed doesn't work.
Oh, dude, it was horrible. And I'm like, when I first ever got my first Xero Pure system, I was doing that technique, and I was like, dude, this is a piece of shit. Like, I don't want this. Like, yeah.
You do it wrong, you do it wrong.
Yeah. Hey, F Tech wants you to say happy birthday to them, Josh.
Yeah, do you want us to leave the room for you two? Like, you guys have your moment. All right, everybody, look away.
Happy birthday.
Go ahead.
Strange.
Make a kissy face.
Yeah, this is weird. Let's see here. Oh, would you rather? Let's ask one more would you rather question. Let's see here.
Coconut versus bronze wool. Now, this was from ambidextrous. Coconut wool. I think he means like a coconut pad, maybe?
Yeah.
Or walnut pad, potentially. But anyway, bronze wool, 1,000%. In the right grade that isn't made anymore. But bronze wool was fantastic. For anybody who was in 2020 and before that had bronze wool, it really was really good. And it was just this like thing that we just assumed. No one ever thought it was just going to disappear,
Yeah, dude, it sucks. And the funny thing is, it's been gone for like 3 years, and we still get questions about it.
It was gone since 2020. That's when the machine broke. Remember during COVID? And they're like, oh, yeah, we're not going to fix it. We can't find anybody to fix this thing. And then like this didn't do anything.
Alex Lamborghini has gotten us so many different test ones throughout the years. Like they have been working on it for a while to try to get it, and it just won't. We just don't get good samples of it. Yeah. And they're pokey. They're 3/0 grade. It's not worth it to even go through with it.
Hold on one second. Everybody who's watching right now, don't listen. I got something to ask Steve. All right, they're not listening. What was the last one that we had? Did you try that? And did you like it?
I didn't try it.
Oh, you didn't try it?
I didn't even get any, just due to that, like, I figure someone like Zane or something like that who's actually out in the field is going to be able to use it on way more stuff now. So, like, my opinion on that stuff doesn't matter as much.
It was a small sample, but it was leaving, like, cloudy marks, which are just micro scratches.
Right.
Like, it's super weird. It's impossible for it to be an ultra fine. All right, everybody, you can listen again. I just wanted to
Okay.
ask Steve a
Yeah, we're
quick
good.
question.
We're good. I don't think though it'll ever come back because I think technically probably what happened was that machine broke, and that's what the like manufacturers said at the time. But it's probably there's probably no money in it. I
No,
mean, think about those
that's
pads.
exactly what it was because there's only two people who use it, and it was us and woodworkers for burnishing. And guess what? You could burnish with a different grade of bronze wool.
No.
So if we didn't keep that whatever machine, and he tried to sell it, like he was like, "You guys can buy it." I'm like, they don't want a stinky machine, oily machine for.
If anyone ever wants to get into it, I mean, it could be a big. I don't think the margins on
Can't
it would
though.
even be that great.
It's like $1 a pad, like like at a certain point, like there's got to be a diminishing returns on that,
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was great then because for so many years, it was just mop, bronze wool, squeegee, and you were usually just done. It was
Yeah.
so good.
There was no walnut pads for a while, so maybe something else will find out. We'll find out, like, pubic hair pads or something. Like something will come out and it'll be really like more abrasive and it'll work. I don't know. I don't
It'll
know.
be gold again. Everyone will want it.
Yeah. What about a pad with like the fugu? I like the fugu, like with that little nylon-y things in there. What if you use that as a pad instead of like a walnut pad?
I did this. What 3 or 4 years ago, and I was still cleaning. I put a Maker Hedgehog over the same attachment as the walnut pad holder. And I
Yeah.
put that on there, and I took you can take their 6-inch Velcro sleeve. You can put that on the block and take off the wing nuts and everything, and it holds on. And it worked extremely well. The windows were extremely clean. It's just that the microfiber held on to so much water, it made that whole entire top piece a lot heavier.
Mm.
That was
I
fun.
remember that video now that you said that because I've watched all of your videos. So,
Yes.
yeah. No, no. Now you say that, I'm like, oh, that one.
Yep.
I remember.
3M is making synthetic steel wool. It's a gray pad and it has silicone carbide, so it will scratch glass. Oh well.
Oh.
All right. I got really excited there.
That was so great. I was like, oh man, oh no. They're making this brand new pad. It works so well. It just kills the person using it. And you're like, oh, that was anticlimactic. Thanks, Mark.
Victor always has so many good questions. I appreciate it, Victor. For longtime customers, when you clean their windows monthly, do you ever give them a few things for free, like removing hard water in a window? Yeah. I mean, or I get them a free towel, something like that.
Ooh.
Yeah. So pretty nice. No, but for longtime customers, it was honestly unusual that I did charge for hard water because typically it was like 2 windows. Like here in Colorado, it was like a basement window that I'd have to remove hard water from, and I usually didn't charge for that, especially for repeat customers.
But also, if they're a repeat customer, you're there every 6 months, and there's no hard water getting made in 6 months.
Yeah, it's very, very minimal. Yeah, definitely.
Just saying, keeps coming back to that.
I know. Would you want me to ask another? Would you rather? This is one that ChatGPT came up with, and I don't understand how this would even happen.
By the way, before you ask that, hold on, let me go back. Kev Double said, "I go coconut pad all day long."
Really?
Does that mean coconut pad or walnut pad? Because I've seen like coconut pad, but like I thought that was just like a one-off type thing. I didn't know that was like whatever.
We've never sold coconut pads.
No.
So where did you get that coconut pad?
Well, Kev Double's actually from the UK, so
it's
okay.
All
right. He's off the hook.
Okay. Would you rather do all interior windows in the summer or all exterior windows in the winter? That's the stupidest question ever. Because that's from. It'd be really nice to clean interior windows all summer, because then you're just like standing over the air conditioner, getting your balls cool the whole entire time. And then all exterior windows in the winter, that just sucks. So you'd pick the interior. That's a horrible question.
Weird. Would you rather drive a Ferrari or a moped?
Oh, this is a good one. I didn't. ChatGPT is weird. Would you rather clean oxidized frames all day or scrape hard water stains all day?
I would never scrape hard water stain. I don't understand when people say they do that, but I thought that was an easy one in my head, but actually I would hard water all day long because I would just restore it and step back and be like,
yeah. Just burn the crap out of those windows.
The problem with oxidized frames is that you think you're done, and then you go to like detail something, and you're like,
mother effer.
There's a big streak of white now.
Would you rather hand detail every window or only be allowed to use a water fed pole?
Only be allowed to use water fed pole, 100%.
Okay, but even inside?
Well, I never have to go back to those customers again. Those windows would look fantastic. Their couch would just be kind of trash.
So these are all under the category of work challenge style. This is the last one. Would you rather lose your favorite squeegee for a week or work without soap for a week?
I would 1,000% rather lose a squeegee.
So, but then you get a squeegee off the solution. That's your only squeegee.
I don't know. I would rather towel than not have like slide in the soap. Have you ever tried to clean with just water before?
Oh yeah, I worked with the guy, with Jim, who I used to work with for years. I mean, the amount of soap that he put in a bucket was like 2 dots for like 6 gallons. Dude, just no soap. Yeah. Oh man, and it would stink. Like it was the kind of water that would just stink all the time. Just add some soap for like the smell of it, man. It's so bad. Would you rather get 10 small jobs that all tip well, or one huge commercial job that pays the same total?
Good tipping ones.
But no, you do 10 jobs that tip, or you do one huge commercial job and it's all the same amount in the end. It's all a wash in the end as far as how much you make.
Oh. I would do commercial then.
Commercial.
Yeah.
Nice. I'll get back to the questions right
By the way, congrats to Mark Tanner, who's now #1 in comments.
This is amazing. Mark, this is great. Let's see here.
Mark's one of my favorite people, by the way. Have I mentioned that?
Mark's amazing.
Yeah.
Mark is, when I spent time with him in Florida, this was in, I forget if this is 2022 or 2023. Time flies so fast. I probably learned more in that time about hard water removal and scratch removal than I ever will my whole entire life.
I just like the phrase when you said, when I spent time with Mark Tanner.
Yeah, it was. The
lights were going to dim down.
Mm-hmm. We did have dinner together, privately. It was good. Took me to the airport, kissed me goodbye.
There's some people that you meet and you're like, oh, this guy's nice. And there's other people you meet and you're like, this guy is just genuine.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, not to kiss his butt.
Yeah. No. What do people? Wait, do people charge for hard water removal? I usually just did it. Yes.
If it's like a window and you're like, oh, there's just some on that maybe, but like there's not one person I've met, well, maybe, that would do like an actual hard water removal job and do it for free. Because how are you making money when you're trying to go through like acid washes and stuff? Like if it's one window, you're like a customer or something, you want to go above and beyond. I always say that's just like, that's you being nice, but don't ever expect somebody to expect that from you. It's like going to the grocery store. You put all the stuff there, they check it in, they're like, oh, your total is $245. And you're like, oh, hold on a second, let me just grab this gum. You put it on the thing, they don't go, oh, well, you already paid $245, I'll give you that for free.
Boom. Yep, that's the perfect thing. You have so many customers who like, oh, while you're up there or while you're here all the time, and then they don't expect it to be on the bill, and then you put it in the bill. Funny thing is, even they don't expect it, and you put it in the bill. They usually don't say anything. They're usually like, this guy knows. Or if you don't, they're like, I'm going to call this guy every time because I'm going to take advantage of him.
Right. Well, and then it's the other thing too, when you put it in there, and then what are they going to be like? Oh, you charge me for that? Be like, oh, I'm sorry. Did you wanted me to do that for free? That worked for free? And then they're like, no. I see. No, okay. I always tell people too when they have me do something, like, yeah, I'll just throw in like $20 for the time or something. I'll say that, and then they don't tell me any other stuff if they don't want it.
Yeah. This is a really good one. I just want to see what everybody says from Flawless Window Cleaning. Would you rather go with booties or barefoot in a residential clean?
Booties, 1,000%.
I would go barefoot 1,000%.
What?
Dude, I cleaned every residential interior home in my socks. Every home I've ever done in my socks. I'll get out on the roof in my socks, climb the ladder in my socks. It was always.
So in your socks is different than barefoot. In my head, I thought barefoot meant barefoot, but.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Barefoot's kind of.
I could kind of do, except for like my socks live in shoes, so if I look at them right now, they probably don't look amazingly clean. I'm not out there buying new socks all the time. I don't have SteveO kind of money, right? So, I mean, with booties, it kind of just helps it a little bit, but.
The best thing is that your socks can't match. They have to be different. And then that's a conversation with the customer.
It's true.
It's an icebreaker.
I get dressed in the dark. Yeah. If I had great socks, like, Scooby socks or something, then maybe, but like just regular plain white socks.
Or get the Xero socks that look like you're a clown. In a good way. In a good way.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Ooh, what was a good one? Oh, Cody Smith. I noticed. I think he's more of he's new in the industry. I've seen him asking a lot of questions on a lot of different videos. But he would like to know what's a decent window cleaning minimum. My neighborhood has these cottage homes, and each home has only 9 windows and 2 glass doors. Trying to figure out a decent minimum, and I would do at least 150 these days for residential, at least.
Minimum would be $199 for residential.
Yeah, that's where you're at these days.
Yep. Commercial would be something completely different. But route is like $20. And people are like, $20. It's like, well, you're in a route.
Wow.
But yeah. Like gutters, $249. Gutters for me was $249 10 years ago.
Dude, Kimbo just asked the best question.
Yeah.
Best question that I love people asking on here is, what's the etiquette for using customers' toilets? Now, this is a question from Mike Nichols, but what is the etiquette? Would you do it? I think you're a no-go on
toilets. I don't go facilitate anywhere but my house, and that's it. I don't do it even in my office.
Dude, I could go anywhere. Anywhere I need to go, I am going to go.
Nice.
You just have to have Febreze in your water bucket. Or what's that toilet stuff you put in the water before you poo?
Like poopery?
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, it's totally fine. You say, hey, well, if you don't have basements in your area, you might be kind of screwed, because for us always it was, hey, I'm going to go do the basement. I'll be right back up. Yeah. And that was the cue for all of us to distract the customers upstairs. And then all of a sudden they'd be done.
That's also the bathroom that is most likely to not work.
Never hot log at a customer home.
By the way, if you're listening right now, put the number 2 in the comments if you would go to the bathroom in a customer's house, and put 0 if you wouldn't. I would love to see the overall standings there. But
it's 1,000% needed. I mean, I want to think about the windows. I don't want to think about what's going on in my tummy. You know, I got rumbling in my tummy. I gotta go.
You've heard of the water's been turned off stuff?
Oh yeah.
We had that happen very early on, and it wasn't with me, it was somebody else. And how do you explain that? Like, you're gonna go find out we're like taking the window cleaning bucket and trying to no.
Okay, you have to flush the toilet though before you do it. You can't just
look at all the twos.
Dude, that's because people are real.
There's so many comfortable people out there.
Yes, that's because it is real. It is a thing that you have to do. Or you can have.
I get that one.
I mean, that could kill you. Or you're driving to work, you have tons of coffee, you don't know what's going to happen. You got a protein shake going on too. I mean, that's a combination.
Yeah. Mark Tanner's a 0. All Clean's a 0. That's it. Everybody else is like, yeah, I'm totally gonna drop one in their customers thing.
You gotta be comfortable, man. Yeah. See, I can't clean windows and my back teeth are floating. That's the best way to say it.
Wait, but that's different though. Who was that? Flawless said number 1s are okay. That I get. But sometimes it's there, but we're talking about a number 2. We're talking about the deuce.
And Lee Walls just shared an awesome tip that Norwex has the best poop spray. So if we're pooping in customers' houses, we need Norwex. That's as simple as that. This is so great.
This is the most eye-opening thing I've ever had on a live chat.
But think about this. Growing up, how many friends did you have that wouldn't poop in public?
I never once asked my friends.
I only had one friend. I had one friend that every time we went on vacation or we went to football camp, the guy would not poop the whole entire camp. But that was one friend. Everyone else was pooping. Everyone else was going. Everyone else is comfortable in life. So you might be the odd one out here.
I must be, because if like we were sharing a room, I would go the entire week without going, and I would just stop eating halfway through because I was just constantly full. That's what happens. I don't plan it.
Have you ever walked in on a customer going poop?
Oh, through a skylight, we saw that. She thought we were watching her. We weren't. Cleaning the skylight, didn't notice somebody on the other side.
No, so great. So great. Well, I had an employee walk around a customer getting dressed. And this employee did it a couple times to the point where it was like, all right, you might be a little weird. You might be a little odd. Like customers will tell you, hey, we're getting ready for the day upstairs. Don't go upstairs.
Here's the other thing. if you are a customer and I have people in my house like, oh, they're doing a bunch of stuff, I'm not getting naked. Like, because I don't want them to see it. But if you're a customer that is, like, I had a lady one time who we walked into the bathroom and she's like in a robe.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, you guys can come in. I was just going to shower or bathe. She's going to take a bath. You have people here, you're not taking a bath, lady, you creepy lady. Go put some clothes on.
Yes.
Look at the number
Gosh.
twos, by the way.
That was so
This is
great.
eye-opening to me that there's this many number twos out there.
That was the best question of the night, Kimbo.
That was the best
I'm so happy that happened. See, and then I just want to mention this one that DeMarco said, it's better than crop dusting the customer's house. I mean, what if you're on top of the ladder and you think you just have to fart and you shart and you're on top of the ladder? I mean,
I also
problem.
don't have that issue, I guess. My diet's a little different, apparently.
Diet is different. This is true. Some of us go out and we eat carbs and we eat crap, and that's the way we do it, man.
But you're happy inside. You're not dead inside like me.
There's another great question for. Gosh. Hold on, let me think here for a sec. Cody Smith, SteveO, I'm 6 weeks into my window cleaning journey. Here is what I would tell you, in that I think fall is one of the greatest times to start a window cleaning company, because you can start getting a customer base. You can kind of like build things out. The winter's going to be rough depending on where you are, but you can start building that. You can start getting some steam behind you into spring. I think that's like a perfect way to do it. Like if I was to ever start a window cleaning business again, and when I did Pure Professional, I started it in the fall. It got really pushing, and by the spring, I was like full go. It's a good time to start it.
Yeah. Speaking of getting a little bit of steam behind it, Kimbo72 said, I'd poop behind their shed if I had to.
So right back to
That's also happened. I know companies who've gotten busted on cameras and everything else for that.
That's the thing these days. You can't really like go behind like anywhere and pee because there's cameras. I mean, yeah, decent exposure. All of a sudden you're a predator. I mean, things will go downhill really fast.
Yeah, not doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah. This is one of the weirdest live chats because
this is perfect.
people talking about going behind sheds, and then Anders are like, "What do you think about the Mormon liquidator 2?" It's like, man, there should be a filter here. I don't know.
It's the same thing as what we're talking about. Poop. It is poop. The Liquidator 2.0 is poop. I do not like it. If you go back on every episode, I think we've actually talked about the Liquidator 2.0, and I personally hate it. I don't think it's a good channel at all. I think Mormon makes a lot of good things, but I think they have just missed the whole entire thing. But there's a guy on Pro Window Clean. Huh?
No, I was going to say, I don't get the Liquidator. It's like the same channel, but yet people aren't into it. I don't know if it's really something different with the channel, or just people see you say you don't like it and everybody's like, yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah. If I'm talking to a customer on the phone during the day and they say, hey, what do you think about it? I always tell them, listen, I don't like it, but then again, like I started with other channels that I really liked. So when I got to the Liquidator and it did things that weren't like that channel, I automatically didn't like it. And then it never got better for me, even using it for like 10 years and trying off and on to get used to. I just never enjoyed it. It wasn't good. It wasn't dependable. So I went back to brass, but I always tell people use it. But more and more, I think more people don't like it than like it. And then you have your people who are so overly passionate about it. There's a guy in Pro Window Clean, bless his, what is his name? Brian McGaver or something like that. Dude,
somebody in Pro? Continue. Yeah. I've never heard of this.
But he just goes off about it, especially when this wide body handle came out. He's like, well, everyone get their towels. This is a no for me. And I'm like, who gives a shit? Like, no one gives a shit what you
Thanks, random guy.
Yeah. No, but nobody cares. But man, I would try it if you want to try it. That's for sure.
I see it though, because I hate wagtail. It feels like 1980s vacuum cleaner parts. Like I just can't get over it at all. And there's people who like live and die by it, So I get it. It's a personal preference thing,
Yep. Get the Aqua Blade. This is true, Victor Gruel. Get the Aqua Blade. Get it. I had to unlist my Aqua Blade video.
Did you?
The amount of horrendous comments on it, and I'm pretty sure it's the company that's mad that I put it up. They just create accounts and they just spam it. And my kid was in the video, so I finally unlisted it and just like put it to the side. And I have it linked through a short video if someone really wants to watch it. But like I even went as far as I bought the actual real one. It's still complete crap.
Yeah.
But I did it just to like make a video. It doesn't mean anything.
It's also not a professional tool. What do they expect? Like, you'd be like, this giant plastic weird thing is amazing.
Yeah, it's dumb. I actually have. Let me grab this real quick.
Uh-oh. You guys are about to be in for a treat and see the original
The
original one Steve used.
No.
By the way, don't look. Steve's not wearing pants.
Ah!
It's just a thing he does.
I bought this months and months ago.
Oh, that's still plastic wrapped.
And I was gonna do a video on it, but I just could not get myself to do it. It's this thing. The glider. It's the magnetic window clean kit. How much was this? Take a guess in the comments. How much was this POS?
That's a good question, because you got to go with the classic numbers, you know.
Yep.
Something 99, you know. It's got to be like a.
You're not there yet.
I know.
Take a guess.
I'm not even going to say. I'm going to let everybody else say. But Neff Greg said $80. DeMarco said $100.25.
Higher.
Steve bought the Timo version of Aquablade. That POS was about $80.
Higher.
33.33 from Breeze.
Anders, too high. Go lower. DeMarco, too high. Go lower.
DeMarco.
Hey, if you get it right on the dollar, you get $500.
I would say $129.50. Ah.
This is $145. $145. I don't know why I did it. I had a couple drinks on a Saturday night, and I was in bed looking on Amazon, and I had a gift card, and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna do a video on this because it's just so stupid. And then I got it, and I'm like, I can't even bring myself to even make this. I've had this since July.
It's so expensive. I would do the video just for that.
It just brings on a whole new audience that are so horrendous that I don't even want to do it, because then you just get caught up like in the comments, and you can't do that on social media. So
everybody who's in the chat now knows what I'm getting for Christmas from.
Yeah. That's
hey, I got this for you. Just thought of it.
I mean, it has to be a total piece of crap. I mean, it can't be. It can't be good.
For $145, it better be solid. I mean, it's nice packaging.
It is nice packaging. Like, I mean, but like, how would it even work? Crazy. It's yeah.
This is what happens when you have SteveO money. You just go and you buy $145 window cleaning things. You just never test, you know?
Hey, you know, what's the deal? Why not? Why not?
We call that elevator money. One of my favorite things we've ever done is the elevator thing, where people randomly, they'll be like, hey, SteveO really have an elevator? Like, yep.
I've never had it come up on a phone call one freaking time.
That's because they don't ask you.
I can't wait until I get my, oh man, I almost said the wrong word there. Ninja pole, bros. Does it come with a sheath? I don't think it does. No. Did you ever try out one of the new Unger Ninja poles?
No, but it also doesn't like blow me away from like different. It's just a pole. I've seen, I don't even want to say this because I think the guy was using it wrong. But this guy bought 2 of them. He broke 2 pole tips, both of them, returned them. They Unger was great with the return, got him new ones, and he broke those 2. So he's got to be doing something wrong.
I bet you anything. Sometimes people will put like a cone tip on these and then put the squeegee on there, and
there's too much flex
that, and then snaps that off. I've seen that a number of times. Yeah. Well, I know you have some pressing things to probably get to, and we're kind of at the hour here. Anything you want to share? Any other questions in the chat that are very, very important? Real quickly, we got 20% off going on Xero products. If you guys want to get into this whole Black Friday stuff has started. We're entering that slower time of the year for us. I know you guys probably are going to go pretty strong through November. You guys down in Florida go strong through the whole winter.
I have a question for you, Steve. Non-window cleaning, what are you buying on Black Friday?
I could care less about Black Friday. I never shop on Black Friday.
What if they have sales on Christmas trees? You probably only have 4 or 5.
I already got one. Man, yeah.
You have 1 tree.
If I was not leaving next week, I would have my Christmas tree set.
Where are you going? You want to tell anybody?
No, I don't. No, people. There was some of my family came over this weekend to watch the Broncos game. It was like on Sunday, and Halloween Friday.
Is that football or something? They're like a team.
This is the best team ever. We're 7-2. Right. Yeah. And everybody said, "Why isn't your Christmas tree up?" They just expected it to be up.
Yeah, I thought it would be up after 4th of July. You're like the 5th of July, and you're up there going,
Dude,
da 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 da, putting
I'm
up a
just bringing
tree.
joy to people's lives. That's all. That's all. That's all I'm
It
trying to do.
ruins the joy when it. Anyway, I'm sorry, I won't get into it.
Just because Kimbo had such good stuff tonight, I got to answer one more question for him. He said, "Do you get clients that only want you to clean windows their own way?" I had an old lady who told me she only wanted me to use, well, you said metho and newspaper. Would you do? Would you
I
clean
think
with meth and newspaper?
method, maybe. Remember, like method cleaner, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. That yes.
Meth and newspaper, though, man. She's probably like,
You.
"Hey, you want to get this?" That's maybe that meth and window cleaning is more up Mark Tanner's area, you know, and you're down in Florida.
I've only had it ever where somebody wanted me to only clean the inside with SteveOnator microfiber, and that was the worst of it. If anyone ever said to me like, "Oh, is your product green?" or like whatever, I have always told people, I'm either just going to clean the windows like the way I clean windows, or we're just not going to do the job today.
It's a probably not.
Yeah. So
I also like you don't go to the mechanic and be like, "You're not using Snap-on in my car."
yeah, no one should really care. They're hiring to get the windows clean. Like it's the same thing as I feel like you see a lot of people say, "Hey, should the client remove the screens or should I remove the screens?" I feel like you should always remove the screens as like the service. I don't understand why you would ever tell someone to remove their own screens.
We never ever took a screen down if we did just the outs. On ins and outs, it's part of it. We take them all down always. But if we're just going to do just outs, then we have the customers take it down.
So you tell the customer like we need you to take your screens out before we get there.
Every job we did outs only. Yeah, we'd say we're going to be there on Tuesday. It'd be between 9 and 10 in the morning or whatever the time is. Say if you could take the screens down the day before, that would be great. We'll go ahead and get started. You know, blah blah blah. It's like when you do house washing and you have customers like move plants and stuff.
Oh, okay. But no one ever was like, "Nah, I'm not doing that."
Not once in thousands of customers, hundreds,
nice,
thousands.
Yeah. I always took screens off for outside only. If you
we had this
many years ago, I would have done your way.
We had this idea that if somebody would ever say something, we'd just be like, "Oh, don't worry, we'll charge you $20 at the time or whatever." But no one ever said that. No one has ever like, "I can't get them off." They just were like, "Oh, okay." Like it's how you ask, you know. Now when we did ins and outs, I'm going to take them down anyway because we're going to stage the window, we're going to lock it, make sure everything's good. But
yeah, that's pretty good. Do you have anything to share as we wrap up?
No. I did have something I forgot. Yeah. Anyway, I'll talk about the magazine. Yeah. American Way to Clean Magazine. Get a subscription to that because why not? I had something great I was going to tell you and I completely forgot.
Hey, that's okay. Real quickly, Flawless Window Cleaning asks any quick tips for storing water fed pool in cold season. The only thing you need to make sure to do is don't let your system freeze. You could either use the RO Guardian and do that in your RO membrane, or you could run your system every 2 to 3 weeks to keep everything moving well. I think that's the best way to do it. So don't let it freeze, or do RO Guardian and keep it warm, or run it every 2 to 3 weeks. That's pretty much all you need to do.
And one more thing before you guys go, if you guys could do SteveO the biggest favor and make sure you're subscribed to his channel or spam the heart button because that means to YouTube gods that you like the video. So spam that button as much as you possibly want. Subscribe to his meager channel. He's just trying to make it in a dog-eat-dog world.
Hey, on your end, I see we have one like. Do you see that too?
On my end? Like where?
On our YouTube video.
I don't know.
That's it. Anyways, you all have a great November, a great Thanksgiving. I did a post today on Facebook and Instagram. It's another $250 gift card giveaway. There's no purchase necessary for it. You just have to watch the video and comment what I say in that video, and then WCR sends and matches that in swag. Just a fun thing to do through the end of the year. So go comment on that video.
And if you want to see SteveO with combed hair, watch the video. Blew me away. I thought it was AI.
Yeah, and that was like 7 a.m. in the morning. So that's pretty good. Yep.
Yes.
Well, I hear my daughter screaming bloody murder, so I better go. And yeah, that's about it. We will see you guys on the first week of December.
Bye.
All right. Bye.